Steam is back with another massive sale, and we've done the dirty work so you know exactly what games are worth picking up. My name is Kodiak, this is Legacy Gaming, and today we're breaking down 20 of the craziest discounts in the Steam Autumn Sale. For the low price of free, you can pick up and keep the 2008 game Dark Sector. Set in a dark dystopian world, this third-person shooter blends sci-fi and horror elements. You play as Hayden Tenno, an agent infected with a mysterious virus that grants him powerful abilities and a deadly glaive weapon. Dark Sector is primarily a straight-up shooter, but mix in some light puzzle elements with that glaive, and you've got the core gameplay experience. It also includes, for the time, a gripping storyline and dark atmospheric setting that makes the moment-to-moment action intense and rather immersive. If you have yet to play one of the best roguelike turn-based RPGs, then now is your chance to pick up Darkest Dungeon for $1.99. Sure, the sequel is out, but they're completely different games, and Darkest Dungeon is a true OG, defining the genre in the modern era and putting Red Hook on the map with their dark and gritty art direction, nail-biting combat, and overall incredibly immersive experience. As someone that has played this game for far too many dozens of hours, I can't tell you how great of an investment this is. Is the game difficult? Absolutely. But is it one of the best indie games of the last decade? You bet. One of the low-key best real-time strategy games of the last decade is now selling for just $2.99. I'm talking, of course, about Northgard. Based on Norse mythology, you'll lead your clan across an unforgiving world, uncovering secrets, claiming resources, and defending your growing village from would-be invaders. Each clan brings something different to the table with their own strengths and weaknesses, but at the core of the game is rich immersive lore and dynamic gameplay that challenges you to push the pace of discovery while rewarding you for engaging with Northgard's many systems. You all joked about it in the comments, but now might be the time to finally pick up Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League at the historically and hysterical low price of $3.49. In this third-person action shooter, you take control of Task Force X on a mission to defeat the corrupted Justice League under the control of Brainiac. The game wasn't a smash hit with fans or critics, but there's enough cheap fun to be had for the low price tag. Don't expect a masterfully crafted story or the most deep and engaging systems, but if you're looking to shoot a few baddies while flying across Metropolis, look no further. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is back on our Steam sale list, a whole dollar cheaper than during the Steam Summer Sale, now at $4.79. Created by the original and legendary team once at BioWare, you'll have access to all 3 games in the franchise, over 40 different DLCs, including narrative missions, weapons, armor packs, and more, completely remastered for 4K Ultra HD. This series still stands up as one of the best narrative experiences to this day, with choices that have profound story consequences, deep character and party customization, and gameplay that still holds up to this day. It's easily a game you can sink hundreds of hours into, and for less than a fast food burger, that's an absolute steal. Largely hailed as the best modern Assassin's Creed game, Odyssey is on sale for just $5.99. This is the second game of the Assassin's Creed RPG era, and arguably the best when it comes to balance, managing to tell an engaging story while providing enough open-world content to keep you engaged between those major beats. Whether it's grinding for gear or chasing the mythology baked into every aspect of the game, you really can't go wrong with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, one of Ubisoft's better titles of the last decade. First released in 2021, the creepy roguelike card game Inscryption is on sale for $8, and this is a game that's been on my wishlist for some time. It's got glowing reviews, and that's because its unique premise is something unlike anything in the genre. The game is anchored around simple card battles, but outside of that structure is a genuinely good story and even some 3D escape room style puzzles that break up the card action in a meaningful way. Inscryption is currently priced the lowest it's ever been, the perfect time to pick it up. What happens when you combine insane magical spells with a completely physical simulated world? Well, you end up with one of the most unique action roguelites out there, Noita. Picture a game where you've got endless wand and spell combinations and can arrange them in a myriad of ways to create super powerful magical builds, and you've essentially got the idea for this game. You'll fight through increasingly difficult zones as you dive deeper into the world, uncovering secrets, fighting bosses and mini-bosses, all the things you'd expect from a wildly popular indie game. Noita is on sale for the low price just $8. One of my favorite indie games of the last couple of years, Risk of Rain 2 is a fast-paced third-person shooter developed by Hapu Games. You'll start by choosing your character. While they all might look similar, each features their own incredibly unique mechanics that define their playstyle. Once you've dropped into the world, the goal is to survive at all costs, defeating enemies and collecting as many power-ups as you can to combat the increasing threat. By the end of a run, monsters will be swarming you from all directions, and you'll just be hanging on, but that's the baked-in thrill of Risk of Rain 2. It's been a while since I last picked up this game, and there have been a ton of updates and content drops, almost all of which have been very positive on Steam, cementing the game as a must-play. Beloved across the board, Deep Rock Galactic continues to release free content updates years after its release. Pick from one of a few different classes and play as a space dwarf that must explore the depths of the planet Hoxus 4. Your job is to navigate procedurally generated cave systems, fend off hostile wildlife, and avoid hazardous environments. Your goal: complete various objectives such as mining resources or repairing critical equipment. Each of the classes comes with their own set of unique weapons and tools, but it's all about the teamwork. Deep Rock Galactic is a true co-op game, and while you can play online with a few other space dwarves, it's best with just a couple of friends. Winner of the 2021 Game of the Year, It Takes Two is on sale for just $9.99, tying its historical low point. This two-player split-screen adventure game is oozing with charm, but also incredible gameplay, as you and a partner have to navigate a variety of fantasy worlds as you attempt to change back into humans. The gameplay is a healthy mix of platforming and puzzle solving, but each world has its own unique challenges and systems that keep the game fresh from start to finish. We've got a full review of this game on the channel, so check that out if you want to dive deeper into this two-player adventure. Clocking in under $20, Atomic Heart is the cheapest it's ever been. Set in a retro-futuristic USSR where advanced robotics and AI dominate, players assume the role of Major Sergei Nechev, a KGB agent investigating a catastrophic robot uprising. Featuring a mix of Bioshock-inspired world-building and methodical, resource-driven combat, the game challenges players to strategize with a limited inventory, diverse weapons, and unique abilities provided by a talking, superpowered glove. We actually have a full review of this game on the channel, which we recommend you check out before you decide to purchase. The Outlast Trials is an intense game of cat and mouse where you're thrown into Saw-esque scenarios either alone or in a party of up to 4. Your goal is to follow orders blindly no matter how gruesome. If you manage to avoid death and complete the trial, you're rewarded with your life and live to run another day. What's unique about the game is how it utilizes various map locations, but tweaks the layout and objectives to get multiple uses from the same setting. Some missions, or therapies as they're called in the game, will take you through grotesque theme parks, while others will force you to traverse a creepy orphanage. With recent overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, this one is sure to be a hit if you're into horror games. On sale for the historically low price of $19.99 is Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. This bundles 2 remastered games, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, together, enhancing the visuals and performance aspects of these single-player games. In A Thief's End, you'll play as Nathan Drake in search of Captain Avery's lost pirate treasure. But in The Lost Legacy, you'll play as Chloe Fraser and Nadine Ross as they venture through the Western Ghats of India. Both adventures were well received for the time, with Uncharted 4 raking in tons of overwhelmingly positive reviews during its initial release. You might not know it, but Ubisoft released Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown this year, and the game is already on sale for $19.99, a new low. We played and loved this title, even though it really didn't get much attention writ large. In Prince of Persia, you play as Sargon, a member of an elite group of soldiers tasked with exploring Mount Koth and unraveling its time-bending secrets. This is a true Metroidvania, and a surprisingly competent game featuring tightly tuned platforming sections, a number of unique mechanics and abilities, and some pretty epic boss fights. At just $20, we think this is a steal, as it's one of the better Metroidvanias we've played in the last few years. If you're into horror games, then check out Still Wakes the Deep, on sale for just $22.18. In this game, you play as Kaz McLeary, an electrician on a damaged oil rig in the North Sea. During operations, the team disturbs a strange monstrous entity, and throughout the course of the game, it slowly takes over the rig. You must navigate the collapsing environment while trying to save yourself while uncovering the mystery of this dark secret lurking beneath the ocean's surface. This one is not for the faint of heart, so play at your own risk. Set in a vibrant open-world version of New York City, players assume the role of Peter Parker in Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. The remastered version features graphical updates, including ray tracing and improved textures, as well as faster loading times. The game's narrative follows Peter Parker's struggle to balance his personal life and his duties as Spider-Man as he battles villains like Wilson Fisk, Mr. Negative, and Doc Ock. Players can swing through the city using Spider-Man's web-slinging abilities, engage in dynamic combat that combines acrobatics and gadgets, and unlock a variety of suits and skills as they progress through the story and side missions. And at the historically low price of $29.99, this might be the best time to pick up this beloved game. Released in 2021 and finally on sale for PC, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is available at its lowest price ever, just $29.99. The game follows the iconic duo, Ratchet the Lombax and his robotic companion, Clank, as they traverse multiple dimensions to thwart the evil plans of Dr. Nefarious. One of the game's notable mechanics allows the player to seamlessly travel between dimensions without noticeable transitions as you explore a variety of beautifully crafted worlds and engage in dynamic combat with an arsenal of inventive weapons. The story also introduces a new playable character, Rivet, a female Lombax from another dimension. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is once again $30, tying its Steam Summer Sale historic low, so if you missed it, now's your chance to pick it up. A 2019 Game of the Year, this action-adventure is set in feudal Japan, where players embody the one-armed wolf, a shinobi on a quest for revenge. Just like any FromSoft game, Sekiro features challenging combat mechanics and intense boss battles, but don't get it twisted. This is a different style of Miyazaki game outside the norms established in the Souls game. That being said, it's still a Game of the Year caliber experience and absolutely worth the price tag. The last game on our list is Persona 3 Reload, a remake of the 2006 game Persona 3. The game follows a high school student who returns to his hometown and discovers his ability to summon a persona, a manifestation of his inner spirit. He joins the specialized extracurricular Execution Squad, a group of Persona users to combat mysterious creatures known as shadows during the hidden dark hour that occurs between days. The remake features updated graphics, a new voice cast, and quality of life improvements such as refined user interfaces and additional story content. For $34.99, this overwhelmingly positive game can be yours, and while it's the most expensive game on our list, it's also the lowest it's ever sold for. So there you have it, 20 games that are absolute steals during the Steam Autumn Sale. If you appreciate videos like this, do me a solid, hit that thumbs up, and consider subscribing. We'll be back with more deals during the Steam Winter Sale, so keep it right here and never miss a thing. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.